Hi friends, now we have next route filtration with distribute list with OSPF protocol. So you can see over here we have designed a network uh, with three routers R1, R2 and R3. So we have a backbone area, that is area 0, R1 and R2 are into area 0, that is backbone, and your R2 and R3 they are into area 1, that is a regular area, and R2 is acting as an ABR, that is area border router. So we have taken the IP addresses like this 192.168.1.4 between R1 and R2, then 172.16.0.4/30 between R2 and R3. Then we have loopbacks onto R1 first router like 101/30, 105/30, 109/30, 113/30, and we have loopbacks onto R3 on the last router. They are like this: 222.1/30, 222.5/30, 222.9/30, 222.13/30. So here we have already configured all the IP addresses on all the router interfaces. Then we have also configured the OSPF routing protocol onto three routers. So it means our network is open and OSPF is working fine. All the routers are sharing the routing information with each other by default. So we will test that whether our OSPF is working fine or not. All the routing information is shared or not. Then we'll test and verify. Then afterwards, we will configure the route filtration with the distribute list into OSPF. So we'll check with R1. So this is our first router. So you can see the routing table of R1 with the help of show IP route command. So you can see here we have the complete routing table. Main we have O inter area, other area router routes like 221, 225, 229 and 213. So these routes are available on R1 from R3. So you can also test the connectivity with these routes by the help of ping. So you can see we have successful message on each and every route available over here. Last one is 13. So coming successful. So means our OSPF is working fine, you can see. Then from R3 we can also check. So on R3 again we have show IP route command. So here we have the complete routing table over R3. Main OIA, that is inter area, other area means backbone routes are inserted into R3 routing table like 111, 105, 109, 113. So we have all the routes available over here from R1. So we can also test this with the help of ping command onto 111, that is first route we have coming successful, then 105 again coming successful, then we have 9 coming successful, then last one we have that is 13 again coming successful. So it is showing our OSPF is working fine. All the routing information is shared between all the routers by default. Now come to the topic that we have route filtration with distribute list with OSPF. So suppose we are getting 111, 105, 109, 113 means all four available routes from R1 into our R3's routing table. So suppose if we want to filter, let us say 114 and 118. We don't want these two routes into our R3 routing table, so we have to filter these two routes. So we can also filter these two routes from R3. So firstly we will do this practical. So now we are going to configure the route filtration. Then afterwards we will implement the distribute list into the OSPF on R3 for 114 and 118. So we are starting with route filtration, the distribute list with OSPF. So for that purpose, we have to create filtration list or route filtration list, or you can say access list. Number is 10. So we want to deny a filter first route, that is 114. Its wildcard mask is 0.003. Press enter. Now we have the second route, that is 118.03. Again we want to this to filter or deny. Then rest should be permitted. So access list, 10 permit any. So means we have mentioned two routes to do filter, rest should be permitted. So we have created the filtering list over here. Now we have to implement this into the OSPF routing table, that is router OSPF1. Now here we have to implement this with the help of distribute list. Distribute list number should be same as we have used over here, that is 10. So 10 should be here. Distribute list 10, and it will be an inbound into our own routing table as a in, and it will be entered into our router by serial 1Y0 interface. So you can see over here we are here on R3. So these routes will be entered into our router routing table with serial 1Y0 as inbound. So that's why we have implemented distributed list 10 in serial 1Y0. So press enter. Yes, we have configured and implemented the route map or route filtration with distribute list into OSPF. So now we can check this into our router. We'll test and verify now, again with the help of show IP route. So we'll see the result of filtration. Show IP route, press enter. Now you can see here we have very interesting result, that is we have OIA 111 available, and then we have OIA 1113 available. It means there is no 1114 available and no 1118 available. So it means 118 and 114 they are filtered basically into our routers routing table. So that means now we have only 110 and 112 accessible, and 114 and 118 are not accessible. So filtration is working fine and successfully. So you can also check this with the help of ping command, that is onto 111. Yes, this is available, coming successful. Now second we have 115, what this is filtered, this is not available into the routing table, so will be a failure. Yes, coming. As you know, these are ICMP failure messages. So means 115 is not accessible because 114 is filtered. And next one is 119. So again, it will be not available because 114.8 is also filtered with 114. But our last route, that is 112, is available. So it will be as successful. So you can see over here ICMP successful message. So it means filtration is working fine over here onto R3. Okay. Now we can also test this from R1. Suppose if R1 don't want suppose these two routes from R3, like to do 0 and to do 8. So we are going to filter to do 0 and to do 8 onto R1. So again, this can be achieved from R1. So here again we have to create access list. Suppose 10, then deny. Suppose we don't want to do 0 with wildcard mask of 0.0.0.3, enter. And secondly, suppose we don't want the next root, that is 2.2.2.12. Yes, so means we don't want to do 0 and to do 12. So to do 4 and to do 8, they will be in permit statement. So 0.0.0.3, enter. Now we have rest should be permitted. So access list number should be same. Condition is permit any. Any means beside these two roots permit any. Press enter. Yes, we have created the filtration list over here. Now we have to apply or implement this into the OSPF routing table with the help of distribute list. Distribute list. Again, number should be same 10. So this should be 10. And it will be an inbound. So we have to mention in. Now we can check over here. These two routes will be filtered with the help of serial 1 by 0. So inbound, that is into serial 1 by 0. So that's why we have to mention this interface name and number. So serial 1 by 0, press enter. Distribute list is not correct. Now it is coming. Yeah, now it is working fine. Distribute list 10 in serial 1 by 0. So it means we have configured and the filtration list and distribution list onto R1. We have filtered two routes, 2 to 0 and 2 to 12. So now we will test and verify this configuration and implementation with the help of show IP route command. Press enter. Yes, now you can see we have O enter area 2 to 5 and next entry is 2 to 9. So it means we have no 2 to 0 and no 2 to 12. So it means 2 to 0 and 2 to 12 are denied, or you can say filtered into our routing table. So means 2 to 4 and 2 to 9 or 8 are accessible, and 2 to 0 and 2 to 12 they are not accessible. We can also test and verify this with the help of ping command onto these routes. So 2 to 1, press enter. So you can see here we have ICMP failure message, dots are coming. So it means 2 to 1 is not accessible because this route is filtered. Now second we have 2 to 5. Yes, it is coming successful. It is accessible because you can see 2 to 5 or 2 to 4 routes are available in the routing table. So next we have, that is 2 to 9. So 2 to 9, yes, this is again coming successful. This is accessible because we have 2 to 8 available into the routing table. So and last one we have 2 to 13. Press enter. Now you can see the ICMP failure message. This is showing this route or 2 to 13 is not accessible because this is filtered and this is not present into the routing table. So this is showing our OSPF route filtration with distribute list is configured, tested and verified successfully onto this network. Thank you so much.